There is Lennox Lewis suggesting Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder to retire from the sport of boxing. And he went on to say, he's done a lot, he's done enough, he's done more to carve out his career and his legacy. He's made more than enough money to take care of his daughter. That was the whole point in the first place. And he should leave the sport while he has all his faculties intact. And let me counterpunch. Retiring for someone like Deontay Wilder, I think it's a good argument. I think that it's not a bad idea based on what Lennox Lewis has said. And understand this, Lennox Lewis is not saying this to Deontay Wilder because he doesn't like him. He's saying it because he cares for him. I always like to play devil's advocate, because it's always like, okay, it's Lennox Lewis that's been retired for over 20 years, right? And he's telling someone that is dealing with his losses as of right now, or his career right now, and it's not going so well with two losses back to back, to retire while he still has his faculties. And I would say that it would be an easier idea or thought process if you were a retired fighter telling someone else to retire. You know what I mean? I think it's more of it's a soothing idea. Like, hey, why don't you retire like me? You've done well. You've made your mark. You've fought some of the best fighters, or one of the best fighters in the sport, and you gave him hell. And you guys have a saga and your legacy you can be proud of to a certain degree, and you've made a lot of money doing so. So it's time to say c'est la vie. But I would say this though, Deontay Wilder, I think it depends on honestly what type of condition he's in. We've heard about the ayahuasca, and we've heard about the personal things in his life. That's mental. Okay, mental health these days are really, people are really aware of that. That's really a big thing of today, especially in boxing, when you're getting hit in the same place that you're needing to think with, right, and rationalize with, which is here. Your mind, your brain, tu cabeza. That's what you need. And if a lot of times, if you really want to dive deeper into this seriously, you have a lot of fighters that they get addicted to boxing because maybe the same thing that's damaged is the same thing that's causing them to do more fighting that cause more damage. You know what I mean? So the thing that they probably need, which is their brain, to make rational decisions, is damaged. Therefore, they can't rationalize to make a good decision because their brain is damaged because of what they should walk away from. So that's like a, physical and a, neurology type thing, right? Should Wilder retire? I think a third time's a charm. I think if Wilder fights again and he loses, he should. Because there's no sense of just keep losing and losing and losing. Because, that's just pretty much everybody. It's like, hey, and it's a difference how these fights are. We know Joseph Parker, okay, it was a decision. He didn't get his shot off. And that could have happened those first 40 fights that he fought someone with. But Zhilei Zhang, took him out of the game. He hit him, twirled him around, and then knocked him down, and then, he got up on shaky legs, which, Wilder does have heart. If he doesn't have anything else that you agree on, he has that, okay? And he got up. And, but, of course, naturally the ref waved it off simply based off of his foundation. He didn't really have it up under him the right way to continue, especially with somebody like Zhang. That could have been really bad because Wilder don't know when to give up. We've seen that trilogy fighting. We're like, damn, Wilder kept trying until he was like, damn, they're dying. Okay, he was going to keep fighting, all right? So the ref did the right thing. Now is Lennox Lewis saying the right thing? That's the one thing. But I digress on Lennox Lewis as of right now. Zhilei Zhang also is a puncher that has made his reputation of being a puncher. So, you know, I think we may be going a little bit too hard on Wilder based on the fact that, bro, Zhilei Zhang, it don't matter who that was. If he would have caught him with that shot, they probably would have went down. Joseph Parker went down. Joseph Parker beat Wilder, right? So, and Zhang knocked down Parker too. So, yeah, Zhang has knocked down the last 3 guys that he's been with are out. Okay, he's done that. So, it's not a thing where this is Otto Weiland hitting Wilder and Wilder doing that, and you know, and making that same impact on Wilder because he's not known to be a puncher. Now that's a totally different issue. That means he's shot, and I would agree 100% with Lennox Lewis. Yo, you need to sit down, like go away and be with your family, retire, because you know Otto Weiland was not supposed to do that like Zhilei Zhang is known for, but it was Zhilei Zhang though, and he's known for it. Okay, so we can't be that hard on Wilder. Let's see what he does in the next fight, whoever he's in there with, you know, to see if he's worthy of staying in there. And most importantly, I think it's all about, can he protect himself? Because, see, now the cat's out of the bag. There's no more protection plan. There's no more narrative that, you know, Wilder was cheated and all this. It's about protecting yourself. And if he can't protect himself, like Malik Scott claims that they worked on again and again and again and again in camp, well, he should retire, because there's no sense of seeing someone that fails to defend themselves and take further damage, because that means you haven't learned, or you don't have the ability to learn or to defend yourself like you've been trained to. So that means you should get out of the game. Okay, or out of the sport, because it's not a game of boxing. But you guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis stating that Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, should retire. He's made enough money. He can take care of his family. Of course, please subscribe, like, and share. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace!